In what has been a very long wait, we finally see the release of the post-apocalyptic bike-riding, freaker-killing open-world game by Ben Studios. It has been pushed back several times to finally have a set date for April 26, 2019. Days Gone will be coming out to much acclaim and to be launched only on the PlayStation 4. Well, what if you haven't seen the last few E3 events where Days Gone has been introduced? That is why Gamers Among Us is here for you. You probably want to know what this game is all about. Well, let's get right into this action-adventure, survival horror video game. Now that sure is a mouthful. As we said, Days Gone is an action-adventure, survival horror game that is set in a post-apocalyptic open world where zombies, freakers, absolutely no relation, are overwhelming the population. In order to survive, you will only play as Deacon St. John. No other playable characters have been confirmed, who was an outlaw, now turned drifter, and a bounty hunter who, surprise, prefers being on the road in the wilderness over cities, which puts Deacon in a good spot as this game takes place 2 years after a global pandemic occurred which killed almost all of humanity and transformed millions into the Freakers. These creatures are quickly evolving zombie-like creatures. There are several kinds, though only a few revealed at the time of this video, the newts and hordes. The pandemic didn't just affect humans though, as there are bears, wolves, and various other animals that are infected as well. All must be tangled with while on the road with Deacon and his trusty motorcycle. You only have one bike when you start this game, the drifter bike. So, to keep that bike in tip-top shape, you can do field repairs, changing out the cosmetics like the color of the bike, or buying parts at local towns to upgrade the durability. Also, you must make sure your bike is fully filled up with fuel, be ready to swap out tires based on weather, and update your muffler to make a more silent ride, as when you're outside of the safe towns, you're not the only person out there looking to survive. In addition, you can upgrade your bike with nitro to make it faster to take down potential bounties or escape perilous situations. Those situations lead to marauders setting up traps and ambushes that can literally topple Deacon off his bike. In order to counter that, make sure you upgrade your storage on your bike. That way you can keep much needed weapons nearby that you may not be able to auto-equip later in those tricky scenarios. Weapons will have 5 different levels ranging from level 1, which may be junk, to level 5, which is considered Special Forces condition. To help you figure out the stats, the game provides on-the-fly stat comparisons, letting you know if you need to pick that new weapon up or leave it on the side of the road. If you do end up dying, your bike also doubles as a waypoint or spawn point, so make sure you park it in a good area, or you may be stuck in a challenging situation. As you do clear out areas though, you will open up fast travel. In order to do this, make sure to clear out an infestation nest, which isn't always an easy task. Though, as long as you have your bike kept up, you will have that way to escape out of the wilderness, which is Days Gone. Not only do you have to deal with infected dogs, marauders, freakers, but also day-night cycles, with weather affecting how things may play out. During the night, freakers become more active and the marauders hole up in their camps. If you do not want to deal with the freakers being more active, you can choose to go around during the day. But as we stated, the marauders will lay traps for you, and the freakers are still out there even if there are less of them. Also, weather can play a factor in the situation. Say you want to attack the marauders on a warm, sun-filled day, well, you can do that and entice a horde to flood into that camp. Though, say it's not a warm day, but instead a cold, snowy, bleak day. In this case, the freakers being affected by the cold are greatly reduced. You will not be able to overpower the enemy with freakers as your tool. What this all does is provide new ways to play, whether it's daytime, nighttime, raining, cold, or a clear day, with each offering a unique option on how to go about a situation. All of this environment is within a huge, expansive open world set in the Pacific Northwest of America. What this all includes is those freaker dens, safe zones full of people, and areas where you're not so safe. The whole world is beautiful, but be wary as you're trying to survive. Enemy camps can be varied, whether in dense forest, hot springs, or abandoned truck stops. Each under the weather day-night cycle, you must figure out how to infiltrate for a bounty or to help clear out an area. While doing this, those freakers don't let up. There are huge areas full of freakers that can be used to your advantage to help take down the marauders or make your travel time incredibly dangerous. There are a total of 6 regions with their own environments: forest, frozen frozen tundras, forgotten cities, or open swaths of land. All gives a huge area to explore and interact with to give the player an enjoyable experience. Days Gone not only is providing day-night cycles with weather, but also the materials within the world will be interactive. Along with your own inventory, there are other ways to slow down the hordes of freakers. Areas may be littered with interactive points that can be knocked over, maybe a giant saw blade to perform a gruesome smashing of a freaker's face, or mechanical doors that can be shut to help alleviate the level of the horde overwhelming you. While using these interactive set pieces, there will be new ways to defend in each area, and like that mechanical door, an escape from those hordes. As the world is always hounding you, it is good to be aware of all the potential uses of each interactive environment to help you get out of those tough situations. While scrounging around in this environment, you do have that storage on your bike to store guns, but also crafting as well. Use Deacon's search ability called Eagle Vision to find items in the area to help you find crafting materials that will help by providing you with future medicine, weapons, or upgrades, and other useful items for resources you gather in the open world. In each area, you can hunt for food and gather supplies, kill a deer, wolf, or other animals, then trade that meat in at encampments to earn credits, and most importantly, trust. You'll want to develop trust with each encampment, as the more trust you unlock, the better potential for upgrades on your bike or weapons being higher. While making the encampment stronger, you will also need to focus on making Deacon better as well. Do enough advanced stories, or drop enough enemies to see you will gain skill points. These skill points can be invested across 3 different skill trees: ranged combat, melee combat, and survival. Depending on what you would like to focus on, you can be a more formidable fighter with skills that could let you quickly execute an enemy, swiftly break free from a grapple, repair damaged melee weapons with more prowess, and of course gain higher damage boosts. All of these features make a great game that looks like it will be pretty awesome inclusion into the post-apocalyptic zombie-filled masses of video games we already have. This game's day-night cycle, weather system, 6 unique areas, multiple unique enemies, and a constant foreboding presence make this game seem like it will be a standout success once released on April 26th. We here at Gamers Among Us are all excited to get out and get our hands on the bike and explore this grim, beautiful world that Deacon is just trying to survive in. Thank you for tuning in to our Spotlight video. This is the Still Grizzly bringing you all the information today for Days Gone. If you enjoyed our look into this dark world, make sure you leave a like on the video and a comment below if you'd like for us to look into more similar videos, or if you'd like us to check out any other types of games. Also, if you'd like to reach us outside of our YouTube, make sure to follow the links below. We have our Twitch, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and we have a Patreon set up. We also have recently finished our episode 3 Grain of Sand Gamecast for the best and worst games of 2018. If you'd like to check that out, it's on our YouTube, and you can also search the podcast on Anchor or whatever platform you choose to listen to for podcasts. I do hope you enjoyed our video, and as always, I wish you luck on your future games.